Hey guys, welcome back to my modded Let's Play of Kerbal Space Program. Last episode we ended off with a trip to the moon with Jeb, and we ended up getting him stranded. So what I did in the meantime is I went ahead and did some recording, and yeah, you can see right there I didn't do very hot with the the bearings, but I went ahead and did a couple missions, well, one in particular to get some science and did a moon flyby with the intent to get enough science to unlock some parts to actually send a decent vehicle to go and rescue Jeb. And I need parts like solar panels and things like that, so I can send a probe uh, with a unmanned capsule, so we can go ahead and pick him back up and bring him back. So that's what this is. This is going to be post commentary of those missions, because just basic stuff. We just went around and took some science from near orbit of the moon and things like that, and this is me just coming back right now. And we were able to unlock enough parts. I almost forget, right here you see me getting out, I almost forget to do this. I would have lost all the science because I decouple everything and let it burn up, and so I just have the capsule, so I don't have to worry about the science parts getting destroyed. And right here, yeah, you can see it coming back, and we land, and I take a new surface sample and EV report from this biome on Kerbal, so we can check that off the list. I forget exactly what biome it is. I think it's mountains, something like that. And this is the start of the mission where we actually send the rescue ship for Jeb, and pretty uneventful. It did take me a couple tries to land close enough to Jeb, so it wouldn't take me forever to come back, but I'll probably just cut all that stuff out. It's just I land we're a couple kilometers out, and I figure I can do better. So that's what I did. I just reloaded and I got a little bit closer. So make sure we brought plenty of fuel and battery power to get this done. Like I said, it's a probe core, and I definitely needed those solar panels to recharge the batteries. Because if it runs out of power, it's dead in the water without solar panels. So this trip was pretty uneventful as well. And just got into orbit and tried to line it up as best as I could, and I pretty much stopped my orbital velocity so I could adjust it a lot easier. You'll see that here in a little bit. So I can push it, whichever direction I needed to land as close as possible. And like I said, it took me a couple tries to get that down, because I'm not used to rendezvousing on the surface. I've done it a few times, but I definitely don't have a lot of practice in it. So that was fun. Right here, you can see I'm trying to judge where I need to bring down my periaps, but at the same time, I should have done it where we were in the sun. We actually do come down on the dark side of the moon, unfortunately. So it's going to get a little dark. And right here, you can see this is where I burn for a while, and I eventually bring it down where I have like virtually zero orbital velocity. I'm just falling straight towards the moon, so I can adjust as needed. And I didn't bring my periaps down far enough. That's one mistake I made. So I'm still traveling away from it faster than the moon is rotating. So dropping my speed down to my orbital velocity down to zero was pretty much the only way I was going to be able to catch up to it. So yeah, like I said, it was a trial and error for a little while. A couple of crash landings and a couple of landings where I was way too far out. But yeah, you can see right here, I drop it down where we're pretty much falling straight to the surface. And then I figured we're going to go ahead and try, and I was able to push it back the other way. Used up probably a little bit more delta V than I needed to, because I didn't plan it out very well. But yeah, it's what I did, and it worked out fine in the end, as you'll see coming up. But yeah, this is me just pushing it out slowly, making sure that I watch my my surface speed so I don't crash down on the planet too hard. But yeah, and I really need to get better at doing things in the daytime. It's much easier to land and much better for recording, so you guys can see it much easier. But yeah, I think I drop it down to about 10 kilometers or so, and then I quick save it, and that's where I keep trying to do my different attempts. Right here is where I realize it's going to be a little bit tougher than I thought, because I didn't plan it out so well. But I got plenty of fuel. I have these extra fuel tanks on the side. Colored them blue. Why not? And yeah, this is the point where I kept reloading from. I probably should have quick saved a lot higher, but it is what it is. I think this is the attempt that I actually succeeded and got decently close. I think 300 or 400 kilometers or meters out. Maybe yeah, about 300 meters or so it looks like. And about to touch down. We're about 60 kilometers off or 60 meters off the surface. This is where I really wish I had lights or did it in the daylight because I can't tell how far I am at all. There's no shadow or anything. So yeah, we're definitely gonna have to make a more concerted effort to pay attention to the location of the sun. And if we switch over, one thing I forgot to do was to tell this thing to stop transmitting. So it's gonna just continually try to transmit whenever it gets in range and loads, which is bad. And I grab all the science out of there that I stored, and I forgot that when you try to transmit something, that actually removes it from the ship. So I get in and I realize that I don't have the surface sample, so we have to pop Jeb back out and grab that sample. You know, we came all the way out here, and it's pretty pricey piece of sample to forget about. So I hop in and I realize, hey, it didn't say anything about a surface sample being stored. So I double check, and yeah, all we have is the that science. So I hop out and get a new surface sample and EVA report to store up, and we head on. And I head off pointing towards 270. I should have went towards the opposite direction. Been much more efficient on the Delta V, but we have plenty to get back into the Kerbin's atmosphere and deorbit that way. And right here, I think we're getting ready to lift off now. We got all the science that we need. Definitely much more science to be had on the moon. We're definitely not done here, but we're bringing Jeb back. He's been back for a while. So yeah, I point over, and I realize probably should have went the other way, especially once I start circling out in the orbit right here. And I realized that I'm burning. It would have been much more efficient to go the opposite way. Definitely whenever you're trying to get into a lower orbit around a body, that it's better to go the other way. But hey, it worked, and we're able to get back and have plenty of Delta V. I over-planned it, over-engineered it a little bit just to make sure that we had enough fuel, which was a good thing because we definitely needed it. But yeah, pretty uneventful other than me crashing a few times and using up a little bit too much Delta V. But what we're going to do now is probably hop back over, and I'm probably going to design the next couple missions off camera, and then we're going to fly them live, and then we're probably going to do a mission or two after the end of this, because this is only going to be about an 8.5 minute piece of video that I cut down from these two different missions. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna go ahead and hop over, and we're gonna get back into a live recording. We're probably gonna start doing a Kethane mapping mission. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut over to the VAB right about now. Alright guys, this is what I've came up with. Just a basic little probe. Got some monopropellant right here. I think, yeah, the RCS and a little bit of fuel. Little engine, solar panels, probe core, battery, some comms dish, just to make it look kind of cool. I'm not actually going to be sending anything back. It has no scientific instrumentation on it other than the Kethane mappers. So, and this is the launcher we're going to be using. Just a simple launcher with some big honking RCS or solid boosters on the side, and we're going to try to use the procedural fairings on it. Let's see what it looks like. Why didn't it go all the way up? Oh, that's right. The way I did it. I have the side fairings here, and then I also have the fairings for the top right here, like that. And then we can put these right here, and it kind of blends together. So I think that's pretty cool. So we have the What are these? These are for the RCS. Yeah, we definitely don't want those in the same stage. Let's put those up and bring these down as well. So yeah, they should detach at the same time. And let's see if we can't. That's close enough. It looks fine. So I guess let's go ahead and save it and get out and launch it. I think we're gonna go to a polar orbit for Kerbal on this mission. Nothing too crazy. Just proof of concept kind of deal right here. We're gonna turn on my SAS. So it's also got the hopefully the stage is going to be able to get the circle as an orbit. I haven't tested this out yet, so we'll see. And if this works, we have plenty of fuel left, and it should be able to be used to take it to the moon and Minmus as well. Hopefully, that's the plan. I think I'm going to shoot just straight for a full orbit from liftoff. I think that's what we're going to do. Going a little too fast. Maybe these solid rocket boosters are a little too big. A little wobbly up top. It is a little long, right? Let's put a little bit of stress on the coupler right here. And if this can go straight into a polar orbit, then probably know we have plenty of fuel to get to the moon and Minmus. This is not efficient at all. So we'll bring our direction of travel over. So yeah, it's going to be hard to keep it going straight north and south because of the rotation of the planet. But we can definitely adjust it. Alright, we can go ahead and get rid of the fairings. Very cool. Why didn't that decouple? Oh, that's not a decoupler. Okay, we gotta put a decoupler there. So, all right. Revert flight back to the assembly, and we'll fix that. Alright, now I gotta remember how to do the controls. Let's see, H for height. Alright, let's see what that does. I'm still gotta go higher. Still even higher, huh? There we go. Alright, now let's make sure the staging is correct. Alright, it should be good. Alright, attempt number 2. Ooh, what happened? Little wobbly. Let's turn off SAS if that helps. Yeah, let's turn it off SAS for now. Start our gravity turn. Oh, that was a sloppy stage transition. Go ahead and get rid of the fairings. There we go. Very nice. Well, I know it made it probably a little wobblier because I added that second decoupler. Not very solid. So many little decoupler pieces right there. I don't understand why this didn't decouple. Maybe it's not supposed to meant to act like that. That's the only thing I can guess. Alright, let's get rid of that. There we go. Alright. Alright, let's go ahead and open up these just to make it look cool. There we go. Alright. Let's see if we can't bump our get our inclination over to 90. Alright, that's pretty close. Alright, now let's go ahead and start circularizing. Alright, so let's go over, we're going to probably do about a 150 by 150, I think. So let's hop over to our periapse and bump up our apolapse. Alright, close enough. And flip around and bump up our periapse. Now we're pretty much dead on for our inclination, so it's slightly off, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. Alright, about 150.5 by 150.1. I can definitely live with that. Alright, go ahead and turn the grid on. There we go. Alright, we had about a little less than half of a tank of fuel left. I can definitely live with that. So So let's go ahead and roll over to the 90 so we can kind of role play that our sensor can always see the ground this way. That way, it's pointing on this way, and the ship will rotate this way, so it'll never come out of sync. So let's go ahead, activate the detector, and we'll disable the tone. And let's see what kind of battery life we'll get when we get to the dark side. Not a lot, but that's fine. Alright, so I think we're just going to let this go for a little while, slow down the time warp so it'll be a little bit more efficient filling in most of the dots. So I think we're going to call it good here, guys. I'm going to let this go in the background for a little bit and map as much of this as we can. I know right now we're not going to be working on too much of the cathane. I just wanted to go ahead and get it up in the air and running, make sure we had everything working. We are still limited on parts of what we're able to do. I am going to leave this stage on it just in case we need to change an orbit or do any kind of maneuvers up here. We don't really need it because we do have this stage, but I can't deorbit that, so I think for now we're just going to hang on to it. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, stay tuned and stay tuned for more.